And wow, that went live really, really fast, apparently. If I'm live at all, let's cross some fingers and say, what? Be going down, people of the world. Redbeard here, coming at you from my couch, from my living room. Probably the last time coming at you from both this couch and this living room. The couch is being picked up tomorrow. I've sold it. And the apartment is being moved out of in like 3 days. So, yeah. One last, well, yeah, we'll see what happens. There's still tomorrow night. Could do another one, but one of, if not the last, live review from this location ever. And we got someone along for the ride.
Damn right.
Mr. Dan is here. We're going to have a can of a beer that was sent to me by Dan. This is the Bourbon barrel-aged version of the Krampus Christmas Ale, which is an Imperial Eggnog Stout by the New Level Brewing Company out of Calgary, Alberta, coming in at 11.9% ABV. Yes.
I figured since you're moving, you need something big to go home or to move with. So big, Go big or go home.
Well, I remember having the non-bourbon barrel-aged version of this beer, and I was a fan. Like, not a fan of eggnog on its own, but this they didn't put eggnog in this beer. They just put like some lactose, some nuts. Oh, sorry, oats. I put nuts, some hops, cinnamon, nutmeg, and vanilla. So just like spice it up. So yeah. We got a date on here of keep the change, you filthy animal.
Yep.
It's a Home Alone reference right there, obviously. Did you know those movies were made especially for Home Alone? Like
I did not know.
When I was a kid watching that, I was like, I'd like to watch this gangster movie at some point. But they were like little short things made for the movie.
Just like they had a color scheme for everything too for that movie.
What do you mean?
Like the if you look at the kitchen, for example, it's got two certain colors on there, and certain areas have certain colors. Like they made it for the movie.
Okay,
it's kind of interesting. Film Theory, I think it was. I saw that.
Oh, I am subscribed to that channel. 1 second, I'm just double checking that everything's good on my tablet here.
No, I kind of saw it seemed to be okay.
Oh yeah, there we go. It's looking all right. It's all right. I'm not sure what's with the weird random
background.
Yeah, the scene thing below. Like, well, actually, there's this like what's the graphics right here. I can like kind of change it up a little bit.
Look at that! Look at that!
Like, it's
yep.
Wait, can I just? Okay, I guess there's like
background too.
I think if you pay money, you can do stuff like that, but it has a bit more options than StreamYard without paying. It's kind of neat. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, let's crack open this big fat beer, shall we?
Damn right.
Yes. Let's see what we've got. Took it out of the fridge for like a half an hour or so ago, so it's still chilled, but it's not ice cold.
I took mine out 5 minutes ago.
Nice. That's a dark, chocolatey looking head on that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
That smells interesting.
Oh, wow. Not sure if the smell has changed.
It smells like boozy spice cake.
Yeah.
Some chocolate. Like you get like the cinnamon, vanilla, nutmeg. They're all there.
And you get the sweetness of the bourbon there too.
Yeah. There's like the cinnamon smell is really strong, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like cinnamon, like those spicy cinnamon heart kind of levels of insanity.
Ooh.
Think we should give this a shot.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my.
My goodness.
That is horrifyingly smooth for like 12% beer. Like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
The spices. The spices are spicing.
The spice is nice.
That's really good. It's real. It's a little on the sweet side. Something like I wouldn't want to have more than one.
No,
Probably,
agreed.
but yeah, dessert beer. Let's do this. Cheers, everybody, and all of the cheers to the Dan. His channel is linked in the description down below. Give him some love.
My God, I forgot how good that was. Oh,
Like there's not really any. I'm not really getting the barrel or the bourbon.
it's
just
melts
like
in with the cinnamon.
Yeah, it's just everything is balanced beautifully in this beer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
So the whole eggnog stout thing has gotten thrown you for a loop.
Mildly. Like, yeah, again, like I don't like eggnog, but like this is the second eggnog stout, and big fan.
Mm-hmm.
This is incredible.
So when they first came out with the eggnog stout, well, I guess this year's version of last year's version of the eggnog stout, I said they should barrel age it. Then they came out with it again this year. The year hasn't passed yet, so it's still a year. And it was like, oh, this is going to be so good. And all of a sudden they went, oh, by the way, here's the barrel aged version. I'm like, oh, now we're talking.
Yeah, this is glorious.
Mm-hmm.
Like it. Now I'm getting kind of some chocolatey things going on in my mouth.
That vanilla comes through nicely. It smooths it out.
The vanilla mixing with the chocolatey kind of like it's just, again, this is a, in my opinion, perfectly balanced beer. Like there's nothing overwhelming anything else really. It's like you take your time and all these flavors are coming through. It's like, this, like, I'm trying to think of all the new level beers I've had, and this has got to be maybe my favorite.
Whoa, holy shit.
This is so good, man.
And we've got that live.
Like, I'm a fan. Like, New Level, they've made some things. Like, did they do is the dill pickle thing them?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that's
that's
still on deck, and hopes are not high. But they also did that peanut butter and jelly thing that I wasn't personally a fan of.
Yep.
And I want to say maybe one other beer that didn't work for me, but the beers that I have liked from them, I've really liked. And this is like
the mint cookie one, the Girl Guide Stout one.
Yeah, I remember that. I want to say this is better.
Ooh, okay, all right. The Headbangers Breakfast,
better.
Ooh. All right. What else have you had of theirs? We had the original eggnog.
Again, I'm not getting specifically the. Actually, you know what? Again, getting into it more. Little bit of the barrel kind of on my teeth. Weird thing to say, but yeah. Like, but yeah, it's. I would like to have this side by side with the OG, to be honest. Because like I feel like there's the depth of flavor that this one is kind of acquired with the addition of that barrel aging is just this is something special.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I totally agree. And like when I saw this come out, I was like, I'm going down there. I'm buying a 4-pack instantly, and I bought 8. It's one of those ones.
And if you want the best ever, in my personal viewing experience, iteration of Krampus, like on screen, you need to watch the episodes of American Dad that feature Krampus. It is I think it's like a 2 or 3 season, like the Christmas episodes over the couple seasons, like kind of flow together, and it's really well done.
Nice.
Yeah, this is I never did see that Krampus horror movie, whatever it came out a few years ago.
I haven't seen that yet either. I've
Kind of
to.
wanted to, but at the same time, I'm really not a big horror movie guy. So like, I don't know how horror-y it was, or it was maybe kind of more of a. Like, I don't mind like humorous horror movies when they like blend the horror with some good funniness and stuff. You know, like,
Chucky movies.
honestly, I haven't seen them.
Oh.
Yeah,
You gotta see the one with John Ritter in it. One of the better ones.
oh wow, hey, yeah, that yeah, he's been gone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Think of him like that's like what Three's Company and Problem Child come to mind.
Yep. That was one of his last films he had before he passed away.
Problem Child had Michael Richards as like the crazy psychopath guy. That was an interesting role for him.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. So yeah, that 11.9 does very, very well masked.
It's like it's one of those beers. Like, well, were you there for the? You weren't there for the whales all day, but did you see that beer analysis at all?
I have yet to sit down and watch
Where
it.
I think it was Lee was kind of docking it on in like on his scale because it was so deceptive. He's like, you know, if you're at a friend's house and somebody was like giving this to you and not telling you, you'd be like, oh yeah, this is just a, you know, normal juicy IPA because it's 8.5%, but it drinks like it's like this.
Yeah.
This drinks like a 6% stout, maybe 7, but like still not 12. That beer drank like a 6.5% juicy IPA. Jeez. And at least like, you know, like if someone was giving that to me and they didn't tell me, and it's like, and he docked it for that. Like me and Greg both kind of agreed that like,
that's
like if you have a friend that's like deceiving you and giving you these things, being like, ha, I'm getting most of that, like that's not really a friend right there. You know what I mean? Like you give somebody a beer, I might be like with this beer, I'd be like, try this. I'd like take one drink and tell me what you think, and then tell them what it is, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like they'd be like, oh, this is just like some spiced up Christmas spice or pumpkin spice. They might even say,
oh, that's
so it's like some kind of stout.
Yep.
And I'd be like, yeah, but it's also 12%. Labam. You know what I mean? I wouldn't keep that information from them. That's just that's a horrible thing to do.
Yeah, no, that's true. And like
it's like a lot of beers. I've had friends, my sister who hates beer and stuff, like I'll have some kind of weird sour. Like if she'd been here when I had that green demon thing, that would have been like, yeah, like try a sip of this. She's like, oh, it's like some kind of Mike's
Blue
Hard
raspberry.
Lemonade or something.
Yeah.
She's probably saying it's like, nope, that's a beer.
Yeah.
Like, I love beer. The beer is infinite. There's no end to what you can do.
I mean, Orange Demon right there. Creamsicle Sour.
Yeah.
Second in their series.
Kind of one of those.
I figured you did. Yep. No, I mean, I've been going through those like there's no tomorrow. That's my go-to drink when I just want to sit down and have something to drink. It's like, it's really sweet though. Like they put lactose. You could tell the lactose is in there.
Yeah. Well, it's like Railway City makes a beer called it's Cream Sick Ale. They call it. It's Cream Sick. Just sounds kind of weird, so it's a weird name for it. But the beer,
like death is coming with you with a sickle.
Yeah. The beer it's got a creamsicle flavor to it, but it's not like as decadent and creamsicle-y as a real creamsicle should. You know what I mean? It's like it's still like I don't think they have lactose in it, and it's not like I don't know. I feel like New Level would probably do something like that better myself. Just because
it's good. I mean, like don't get me wrong, this is good. It's just really sweet. And actually, I don't know if my review's up for it. I think if not, it's going to be up soon. I did say that in order to cut that sweetness, they should have added more vanilla, less lactose to it, just to make it like a natural creamsicle flavor. So I did have a critique for it.
Well, again, this beer here, this one's again like after the one, I wouldn't have a set. This one is borderline on the sweet. Like
Mm-hmm.
New Level, they like their lactose over there.
Oh,
it seems.
they
Like,
call themselves the Lactose Kings for a
yeah,
reason.
yeah. Except sometimes you need to maybe just like I got no problem with lactose. I love
Mhm.
me some milkshake IPAs, some stouts. Like I love me some lactose beers, but sometimes maybe just pull back, just take one step back. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah, yeah.
just hit that stop button on the filler thing just a couple seconds earlier. You know, just
Well, if you watch some of their videos, earlier videos where they talk about lactose, like they pumped out a bunch of lactose and hit one of their brewers with it. Like you can tell. It's just boof. We are the lactose kings. It's like, yeah, you're not kidding on that. So no, it's I mean, they really know how to play with their lactose. They really know how to do their eggnog stouts. Like, wow. It was one of my favorites and one of my go-tos.
yeah, I've never had any other. I'm assuming there's probably quite a few out there that do exist. Eggnog stouts by brew, but this is the well. I guess it's still the only one, but this is currently a variant on the only one. So
This is true, yes.
it's the same beer, but the aging probably it's like I'd like to know how long it was aged.
Shit. Was it 12? No, was it 12 months it was aged in the barrels? I can't remember now.
I like to see at least a year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like for a law, like you see some beer brewers like, "Ooh, we aged this for like 90 days and blah blah." And it's like, yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah,
not long enough in
yeah.
the barrel.
Did you? Yeah, you know, just
That's really not long enough in the barrel. That's like, no. Okay, so on live review showing up on the fucking Google. Yeah. Let's see if I can find it here.
just noticing on the bottom of the screen here, like on the left hand side, there's
Like
what is this off? What is it? What's this awfully flesh colored fucking thing that's on like the bottom of the overlay thing? Like
it's a small penis.
This the side of a tit, like someone laying down their ass crack sticking up, like that's really flesh colored. I'm just saying.
Yep.
And even on the other side, like I see, there's a couple mushrooms, and then what is this weird yellow blue?
I want to say it's a fish out of water, but that's just me. I failed at those.
It does kind of have a bit of a fish look to it. I'll give you that, but like just that's an odd choice. Actually, you know what? On the bottom, there's a smaller one of those flesh things.
Yeah. That's kind of creepy in a way.
It's basically like a urethra, a urethra. No, urethra. No,
Urethra.
No, urethra. Wow.
Okay. Yep.
Again,
good beer.
Smooth, dangerous beer over here. Yeah, it's a urethra-less penis. So just it's sitting there growing and growing and growing because the pressure's building up because it can't release.
So our Krampus Stout is aged in bourbon barrels for nearly a year.
Bourbon.
Yeah, good beer.
Nearly a year. So
it's like putting a shot of bourbon in your nog. Tastes like the first time you saw Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Home Alone. I'm sorry. I'm trying to speak. I've already had. I've also had a couple of these beforehand. It's been a very.
You know what? I can't talk either. I prefaced this beer with the fucking Collective Arts Good Monster Double IPA. So yeah,
there we go.
Yeah. No. Well, we finally got a comment. Let's hug and love. Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Yeah. Damn it! I just thought bourbon barrel aged stout. This one would have been okay to save until like July.
Oh, probably yeah. Oh, probably
Christmas in July would have been a thing. Yeah, it's like it's a Christmas stout, Christmas ale that you can just kind of have whenever because it's gonna last for a very long time.
Oh yeah. No, it's. I've got a buddy that's been aging the first variant of this for the past 4 years, and he's kind of scared to open it. So.
Like how? What was the first variant of this?
The first variant was I think it was a barrel aged one, and there was a sherry aged.
What
as
is that
well.
like? Still
Sherry
this level of ABV or a little lower maybe?
A little bit lower, 10%, if I remember
Okay,
correctly.
so that after yeah, like when you get 10% is
It's borderline.
you
It
can
really is
age that,
borderline.
but like there's gonna hit a point where it's gonna be like you age this too far, and things
Yeah.
are gonna yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So he's kind of scared to open it. He was supposed to be sharing it with me. It's been that long since I've seen him. So
Nice.
yeah. Yeah, and
Nice.
with what's been happening, it's been a year, almost 18 months now. So it's still aging in his cellar.
Good times.
I'm scared when he opens it. No, this is actually this is aged really well for the 6 months it's been around because this came out in November.
Yeah, it's
So, yeah.
I have nothing bad to say. I guess like
No.
let's get into the final thoughts. Yeah, like this rating wise, there's no actual date on the bottom, but it's one of those like this it's one
You
of those
could
beers.
tell the season it comes out in. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and as long as you know, like you know, when it like the year it was made, that's really all the information you need. And it has a full list of ingredients, which you
Yep.
know, yeah. And this
And
this is a fucking 10.5.
ooh, shit, we went past the 10.
This is absolutely delicious. Like this is like you could make some kind of syrup or something, or some reduce this down and put it on ice cream or put it in a milkshaker. Like there's
Ooh.
this, even not reducing it, but it's like putting a couple shots of this into a milkshake you're making. Like this could be used in so many different ways for adding flavor to dessert type things. Like this is beyond just kind of a beer. This has other things it could do.
Now, just imagine adding an actual bourbon shot with it inside of it, too.
Not a big fan of bourbon, but I feel like if I had like a full can of this and I added one shot to it, I'd probably still really like it.
Probably.
Like the flavors of the can of beer would probably meld with the flavors of that one shot of bourbon in a nice way. If I was to add one shot of bourbon to what I currently have left, the bourbon might kill the flavor a bit. But yeah,
True.
a full can, I feel like that would work.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
That's Talking Love saying, have a couple of these and maybe see Santa Claus and the reindeer too.
Yeah. And you know what? 10.5, I agree, but I'm actually going to boost it up to 11 because they actually did. Come on. The whole keep the change, you filthy animals.
Oh, that's good.
I've got to give them kudos for that. But I'm just biased because I love New Level.
At the same time, though, like I believe there isn't a single Krampus reference in a Home Alone movie, so like that correlation isn't really there in my mind. I guess like I like the keep the change a filthy animal, but I don't know. They could have put something more Krampusy on the bottom that could have still been funny. Probably. I don't know.
I don't know. Krampus stealing children doesn't sound funny overall, but that's just me.
Well, raise your kids better. If Krampus is stealing your kids, they're bad kids.
True.
You know what? These days, the world needs an actual Krampus. Seriously, there are so many.
Krampus. Let's get a Krampus for all the politicians. How's
Like,
that?
Krampus needs to just not just children, just like. Well, there need to be like 50 Krampuses just to, because like that's like Santa does a lot of work. Krampus could not do all that work in one night. The world, like, yeah.
He might screw you guys. I'm out.
So he's like, okay, you know what? There's no point. Just nuke the world.
Yeah.
All right, we're starting over. It's awesome. Actually, Ryan, have you watched that Invincible show yet? That cartoon on Amazon?
Not yet,
dude.
I will be. It's on my list.
I'm pretty sure the first season just ended. I watched the episode 8 of season 1, like 20 minutes before we did this, and it's the most unbelievable season of a cartoon I've ever seen in my life. It's
even versus Deathpocalypse. Yeah, is it Deathpocalypse?
What?
Oh, you've never seen Deathpocalypse.
I'm assuming no, but if I have, I just scraped and say no. This is more insane. Like you can't even like the episode I just watched. The amount of human death, like super extra graphic human death, like for a fucking cartoon.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
astonishing.
So basically, the same makers that probably made Liquid Death cartoons.
I'm not sure who the animators are. I know. What Metalocalypse?
Yeah, Metalocalypse. Sorry, I was thinking.
Oh, this is way beyond that.
Oh, wow.
Way beyond that. Yeah, that was like an Adult Swim cartoon back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what was I going to say? Yeah, the actual comic it's based on. I want to get my hands on some of these comics and read them, but it's the same guy that wrote The Walking Dead. So
okay, all right.
Yeah, and it's just it actually randomly. The main character is voiced by the guy who played Glenn in The Walking Dead, and a bunch of other Walking Dead people do voices. And J.K. Simmons, fucking J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man.
Yep,
he does one of the main voices in it too, and it's like it's
nice.
It's so good. I can't even explain it.
Oh man.
Anyway, that's some off the rails end of the review type thing. That's almost a half an hour, so I'm gonna figure out how. Oh, it's right at the button right there. I'm assuming I end it, and it says, "Do I really want to end it?" So I'm just gonna keep going and end it. And okay, there we go. Do I really want to? I do want to.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah. Peace out, y'all. I'll see you soon. Maybe from my new home. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, ooh. Ooh.